At the 55th session, the Senate reviewed a law that would change the criminal code and other legal codes to improve road safety. The law included a controversial rule that would punish people for sharing images of law enforcement if it discredited them. Due to public objections, the Senate withdrew the law. A joint commission from the Senate and Legislature will now work on reviewing it.
The developed law is designated to streamline traffic rules and prevent traffic accidents with severe consequences that occur in the country. It provides for the strengthening of a number of penalties for violations by drivers.
By introducing appropriate amendments to the criminal code, criminal liability for repeated drunk driving is punishable by deprivation of certain rights for up to 3 years, correctional work for 2 to 3 years, or imprisonment for 2 to 3 years.
The drafted law proposes to introduce a new Article 195 to the Code of Administrative Responsibility. According to it, the placement of the Internet photos and videos of employees of internal affairs bodies made during the performance of their official duties in order to discredit or insult them will entail a fine of 50 times the basic calculation amount or imprisonment for up to 15 days. The introduction of this norm caused public objections. This norm was widely covered in the media by the possibility that some employees of the internal affairs bodies, taking advantage of their official position, may treat citizens rudely. As a result, citizens lose their trust in the employees of the internal bodies. These circumstances were also taken into account during the discussion of the law and returned for the revision and editing.
We have studied this issue very deeply. We discussed it with the population and the law enforcement agencies. Before making a decision, of course, we have to discuss it. Those laws that are not welcomed by the people will not be implemented or even enforced.
Senator Talibjon Madumarov added that in order to ensure that this law does not get lost on the road, the newly created Conciliation Committee will be involved. They will also study all objections and proposals of the Senate in developing a single text of the law. Individuals and even parents who involve a child in religious education will face fines of 10 to 15 times the standard amount. Repeat offenses within a year may lead to fines of 15 to 25 times the basic calculation amount or up to 15 days of administrative arrest. A bill addressing this issue was reviewed during the Senate session. It highlights the risk of children being exposed to extremist religious ideologies through unregistered or illegal religious education centers. Senators said that the adoption of the law would serve to guarantee children's rights to education and prevent them from becoming victims of various serious crimes and religious extremist ideas. The law was approved by the senators.